a very critical problem that I have, and that is collecting books and journals that I don't read. So actually, I write journals. I don't read books. So I first of all, I want to show you my collection, of, and this is just the collection. This is not even the entire collection. Can you look at this? This is not even the entire collection. Let me go through the books that I have. And there's only one book that I have read so far, completely. I mean, this is the book that I've read completely. This is called The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Okay, this is a book, and this was also, I think, adapted into a movie. By the way, there's like a constant static noise. Thank you. So this was the book I really liked. This was one of my favorite books, actually. I can relate to being a wallflower. The second book I have is The Boy in the Stripped Pajamas. Never read it. I was like going through the bookshop, and basically I was looking for a book to read, and I don't know, I've never read it. I might read it someday. The next book I have is The Bell Jar. I think it's the classic by Sylvia Plath. Never read it. This is a problem. I spend so much money on books that I don't even read. It's just like so last year, I cultivated this habit that I'm going to read a book. Okay, I will start reading, maybe become more, not intelligent, maybe become more intellectual, more like I wanted to become something. I don't know what I wanted to become. Maybe I wanted to become like a more of like an intellectual person, more like, I really don't know what I was hoping for, what I was thinking. I have no idea what I was thinking. But I was thinking of becoming more. Anyways, the next book that I have is this. This is called To Sir with Love, and it's by E.R. This is the book. Okay. And by the way, there's also a sticky note. Oh yeah. This is the note. I have so many sticky notes, by the way. And this note, it says, the key is self-isolation. Absolutely. I keep writing notes to myself. So, To Serve with Love. This is the book. Should I read it? I don't know. And this is the book. I think for me, this book is cursed. I have read it first of all, I've only read, I think there are like 12 chapters. I don't know how many chapters there are. I've only read like 5 to 6 chapters. But I keep reading the first chapter again and again. So, have I read it completely? Never. Have I read some of it? I've read like 5 to 6 chapters. I was captivated. It was interesting. But the English is so difficult. The English written here, it was so difficult for me to I don't know. This is called The Great Gatsby. It's, I guess, the classic by F. Scott Fitzgerald. And this is the book. Okay? So, yeah. And now the journals. So these are journals. Basically, I keep, first of all, the very first journal I write a lot. Every day I'm writing something, about my feelings, my journals, basically, from a third person's perspective, I waste a lot of time, Yeah. I think I'm delusional. I could be, I don't know. I could be delusional. So this is one of the journals, okay? This was gifted by my sister to me, my birthday gift, okay? And guess what? I am a Swiftie. So I've written, I've written a lot, by the way. How can I even show you? Can I show you, by the way? If you guys remember my first video where no, sorry, unrelated. By the way, should I read you something? It's my I think it's not my diary, actually. It's kind of like a personal diary, but I just write anything, I just write any random stuff. So, like, for example, if I watch a YouTube video and I find something really interesting, I'll write about it, I write about my feelings a lot. Like, I try to be aware, stay in touch with the things, the way I'm feeling, how should I improve and all that. And, yeah. You're allowed to call it BS, because sometimes I personally feel that it's all BS anyways. So, this is the first page. Guess what I've written? I've only written 2 sentences. This was from another YouTube video. I was watching another YouTube video. I think it's called the It Girl Playbook. And basically that girl, she has very valid, she makes very, not valid, I don't know validity, but she makes very nice points. Okay, so I was very captivated by what she said. And so she wrote about Regina George from the Mean Girls. She said, the girl in the YouTube video, she said, Regina doesn't seek validation. She's not caring about whether people like her or not. She stays unembarrassed, confident, and unmoved. Regina is not insecure. I really liked it, actually. That's why I wrote it. And the second thing I wrote about is Maddie. You know, she is in news right now because of Euphoria season 3. And about Maddie, she said, Maddie acknowledges the presence, but never entertains if the bar is not met. These were some powerful lines. Means I personally don't like apply them in my real life. I don't know how would you apply this. I think I am indifferent. You can call it, will you call indifferent as confident? I don't know. Anyways, so I've written a lot of stuff here. You know? Yeah. Yeah. By the way, my coming weeks are going to be really rough at work. So this diary is gonna be this is what's gonna save me now. Okay. So this was my first journal, diary, you can say whatever you wanna say. Then now, my new entries, by the way. I bought this. It's written Deep Purple Secret Realm, Deep Purple Secret Garden. And it's a very beautiful, it's like this. It looks like this. It's like very beautiful. And I don't know what I will write about here. Like, I've not even started it. I don't want to start it. See, this is a problem with me. I collect journals, I collect diaries, and I don't even want to write it because they are beautiful. And I'm like, my handwriting is literally going to destroy it or like ruin the vibe, right? So this is the third one. It says love is love. And this is cute, actually. You know what it is inside. See, this is how it looks like from the inside. This is like a day-to-day journal. So for instance, you have this. This is so you can basically, like, you know, have a to-do, like Monday to Sunday, what are you gonna do, and your weekly plan. This is how it looks like. This was very cute, and that's why the reason I bought it. And then the accompanying page is this. I think you can write notes or something. So yeah, I definitely have an addiction. The third one, this is right now what I'm using currently. And this is by Scholar, you know. It has, every page is same. It basically, it's like a to-do list. So it's like, this is what it looks like. So you can write, what are you gonna do, blah, blah, blah. And I'm using this as for my weight loss journey, you know. I have my food, whatever. And so what I've done is, okay, I need to hide something basically. I wanna show you something, but I also need to hide it. So the way I'm gonna hide it is, can I hide it using this? I think I can. Okay. So see, I'm gonna show you one page. By the way, I'm hiding it. It's very, being careful. Okay, I'm hiding something. And this. So what is this? Basically, I've written dates like 28, 29, this was March, then we have the May, you know, month. And what I'm hiding is my food. Like, in breakfast, I'm supposed to have this, you know, my fruit time, my lunch, my dinner. But it's not just that, it's a lot more than that. Like, the things I eat in the middle, the things I need to drink for my weight loss, whatever. So I just keep putting ticks, you know, every day I'm tracking the things I'm eating so that I don't slip. It's a nice way to build discipline, you know. It's a very nice way to build discipline. Guess what I bought? Recent additions. And not just one, two of them. This is things to do today. And it's very cute as well. It's like a simple, like this. Or you can write the things you want to do today, you know. I'm probably gonna, I don't know what I'm gonna do, actually. I'm confused. And then we have some diaries. These are for notes. The first is this, simple notes, you know. It's a simple diary. Not diary, actually. These are not diaries. These are like notebooks for making notes. These are... Thank you. So this is one thing. The second thing is this. Cool to be kind. The pages were so smooth and beautiful. See, I love this thing. I love stationery. You know? And the third one is so subtle. This is like, I don't know. Yeah. This is the third one. Notebook. And you know what? This is not soft. This is like a little hard. This was like that. So this is the cover page, and then the inside pages are so, oh my, yeah. Look at this. It feels like school again. You know, I hated, no, not unfair. It's unfair. It's unfair. I didn't hate it school. I loved school. Some parts, most parts of it. Yeah, I know. My school life, it was, you know, when I was in school, I thought that when I'll like grow up, okay, when I grow up, life is going to be so much simpler. Life was, I accepted, actually when I was a kid, you know, I always had this thought, but I had this thought in like the back of my mind that when I'm going to grow up, life is going to get simpler. But I always knew that, but I was always like aware that while I am in school, life is simple enough. You know, life is simple at the moment. What am I yapping about, by the way? I have no idea. So I'm going to make notes. So these diaries, not diaries, I keep calling them diaries. These notebooks that I have, okay, these are for my note making. I make like notes about the things I'm studying. I love study. I love studying. Basically, I don't know why I'm obsessed. Whenever I study something, I make notes and I go through them and I do some practical. It's like some part of me still never left school. Like you know, the number one thing I loved in school. This note is in front of me. My favorite note. The key is self-isolation. The number one reason I used to love school was, you know, reading books. Not like these books, but like science books and, you know, solving mathematical questions. And I was very much, I'm not gonna say I am a simp for mathematics. Maybe I am, but I used to love solving problems. And I didn't do it for like, I did actually, yeah. Some part of me always wanted to prove to somebody that, oh, see, this is a trigonometry question, I did it. But I think the bigger part, if I drew a pie chart, the bigger slice would go to the category that I used to love doing it, but just because of the fun of it. Like when you solve a mathematical question, you definitely there's a point where you get the solution, right? You're given an equation, you're thinking about it, you're applying rules to the equation, and you get to the solution. So getting to the solution is one thing, and the solution is another thing. Solution is like an instinct. It happens at an instant. Okay, we got the solution. But getting to the solution, that journey, that is something which is captivating. It's something, there's something about it. There's something about getting to the solution of the problem, which is, I think, more captivating than the solution itself. I don't know if I'm making any sense. So guys, this was my collection. By the way, about my books, I don't know. What I was thinking, last year, I bought so many books, and I was like, I wanted to try being, not being. I was about to say like a literature insider, a literature expert, a literature connoisseur. I don't know, but no, I'm not a literature connoisseur at all. Reading is difficult, you know. And I'm surprised that the only book I've ever read like fully is this one, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I don't know, you know, and the strange thing is, I take forever to read books. And I'm saying reading books as if I've read one. But this book, I finished it in 2 days, in 2 nights. So I was like, this is more, because I don't know, I could connect to it. It was more like a diary entry to me, and I write journals. Are like, journaling is a way for me to keep in touch with the things I'm feeling, the things I'm like thinking about, the things I need to improve about myself, maybe. And I always keep a buffer. I always keep like, I don't know what I'm saying actually. The thing is, I'm like, okay. I think every emotion is important. Uh, people, not people actually. Some people. Some people think happiness is the most important. You should always be in a state of extreme ecstatic, of extreme enthusiasm. And I don't know what I'm saying. The thing is, stinks.